Hello, I'm Stephanie Rivers. Come on into the conversation. I'm multicasting on several platforms, so you might be watching on YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter. On whatever station or platform you're watching, we want to welcome you to the conversation. Thanks for all my new subscribers and especially to the returning subscribers. If you are not a subscriber yet, be sure to like and share. And I know you're going to like something that you hear and see. And then subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first to know. So, if you were smart enough to graduate from high school like millions of other people do every year, you probably checked out a library book or two during the course of your matriculation. At least I hope you did, because reading is fundamental. Now, during this generations old process of checking out a book, the student takes the book to the checkout desk. The librarian checks it out under the person's name or student ID, or a library card, much like this one. The librarian tells you when it's due back. And when I was in high school, they actually had a stamp that they place the date that it is due back in the back of the book. So you had no reason to not know when it was due back at the library. Nowadays, they probably text you or email you to remind you of when your book is due back. It's a simple airtight process. God forbid that you didn't turn that book in, you risked getting monetary fines, even accrued late fees. It was crazy. And don't think that you were going to leave for the school year, that you were going to graduate from high school without turning in that book or paying the overdue fines, or if you lost the book, paying for the replacement fee for that book. It just was not, you were not going to get around that. Librarians will hold up your graduation. They would hold up you advancing to the next grade over a dang overdue library book. It was crazy, but it was an airtight system. So tell me why people in charge of keeping up with classified documents and top secret documents don't have a system equal to or better than your local independent school district or library. Tell me that. Why are there top secret and classified documents unaccounted for all over Washington, D.C. and parts unknown, without some type of alarm, alert, red flag going up on somebody's computer? Who's in charge of that? Who is in charge with keeping up with top secret docs? They need to be fired, whoever they are. How does a former president, how does a former vice president walk off the premises with top secret documents, information, without an alarm going off, like at a retail store when you try to walk out because somebody didn't remove that anti-theft device that is on all the clothes. And so when you walk out, the beeper goes off and everybody turns around and looks at you. That's what needs to happen with these classified docs. You mean to tell me a carton of $5 eggs is more important than a top secret clearance for getting top secret documents at the White House? It just makes no sense. Now, in case of Donald Trump, we've been hearing about this for some time now. When he was asked to return the top secret / classified docs because someone was alerted to the fact that he left with them, he said, "Oh, I declassified that stuff." That was his excuse. But no, you just can't declassify stuff. It has to go through a process, which was not gone through, which is why they're calling you and asking you for the stuff back. Okay. Now, in the case of Joe Biden, apparently nobody realized that he had classified or top secret docs in his possession in some file cabinet somewhere back at the office in Delaware, or in his old office at the vice president's office. They just came across them while cleaning up or something. It just makes no sense that there's not a better system for keeping up with classified docs. Biden has had this stuff over 6 years. That was when he was last vice president. And they keep finding new files like every single day. Okay. That's poor record keeping. there should be a SOP, standard operating procedure, for keeping up with classified docs. And anybody who leaves with classified docs, they need to include, here's what the standard operating procedure needs to have. When they're due back, if you want them, who took them and when they're due back, and a signature acknowledgement of when they're due back. And then there needs to be a penalty if you don't bring them back when you're supposed to. It's time to move to the penalty stage of this story, okay? Because all the other stuff in between is it's just, it doesn't matter anymore. It is inconsequential. I think that's the word. So we need to move to the penalty stage. So somebody needs to go to jail, or somebody needs to be fined a whole bunch of money. And if not, if that doesn't happen, then stop punishing and harassing high school people and people like me who still go to the library. I got an email the other day. They email you and told me that my library card is about to expire and I need to go over there and renew my library card. So stop punishing people like me and students who actually still like to go read a book every now and then. And because if you are going to let people just walk out with top secret stuff and they're not held accountable, why are you holding me accountable for not turning in that book on time? The person in charge of keeping up with top secret documents and classified documents should be fired. I don't know who they are or where they got trained, but they did not come from the local school district. Okay. So as while you're looking for somebody, put it on Indeed, because that seems to be where everybody goes to find a job, that you need a top secret classified document record keeper at on Capitol Hill. And you need to be looking for somebody's head librarian from the thousands of school districts across this country, because they could do a lot better. And that's really all I got for you. To find out more about the things that I care about, you can go to the written version of my journal. That's at eurweb.com. Thanks.